So when you hear the call of Source and you move in the direction of it, you feel the relief or ease of moving in that direction. But when you stubbornly, because you've learned it from others to be valiant and virtuous and try hard and struggle, get hold of those oars and paddle in opposition to it, you feel the discord within it. And so we notice you are beating the drum. I don't have enough money. 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 I've never had enough money. I can't remember ever having enough money. I cannot ever remember of having enough money. I hardly know anybody who has enough money. I hardly know anybody who has enough money. I hardly know anybody who has enough money. Oh, that bugger over there's got plenty of money. Probably inherited it. Probably dealing drugs. I don't have enough money. 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 What we want you to understand is that in that vibrational attitude, and we have exaggerated it only slightly, in that vibrational attitude, you cannot be the receiver or allower of the money that's all queued up for you. You have to find a way to feel different about what is. And that's the tricky thing, isn't it? About being human with all of this reality around you. Reality is so blatant. Reality is so in your face. Reality is so easy to observe and easy to comment on. And in all of that observation, you keep it active as it is. And when you're keeping what is active, your preferences that have been born out of what is can't be realized by you because you're not a match to what you want. You're a match to what you've got. Now, sometimes what you've got is what you want. We see that. You have lovely relationships in many cases and beautiful families and so many wonderful things in your life. And so all of that observing what is in an attitude of appreciation just cues you up for more like that. But when something in your life is bothering you and you feel compelled to express it, to explain it, to struggle within it, all that happens is that observation, that conversation keeps active within you a vibration that prevents you from going in the direction of what you want. And that causes a vibrational discord within you that feels like negative emotion. When you finally get it, that there's not another person on the planet that can do anything about your vibrational discord, only you. And you stop holding others to a standard of impossibility. When you finally say, hey, you who failed me in this way or in this way or in this way or in this way, hey, lover of mine who ran off with another, or hey, mother of mine who didn't give me enough attention, or hey, friend of mine who doesn't return my phone calls, or hey, employer of mine who doesn't see the value in what I'm doing, or hey, employee of mine who doesn't give me a good day's work, hey, all of you who are betraying me in some way. Instead of saying, hey, look at what you're doing and feeling the discord of that, as you begin to say, through my life experience with you, I have given birth to something different. And I'm going to leave you where you are to tend to your own reality while I hold to the vision that you have helped me to conjure. I'm going to pretend you are different than you are. And I'm going to get so good at pretending you as I want you to be that I don't notice that you are as you are. And when I get so good at pretending you as I want you to be, you become irrelevant because I've become a vibrational match to the dream that I have dreamed. And you might be the one who comes and fills that dream. You might be part of the manifestation, but you have become irrelevant because someone will now come and be part of the manifestation. There's a world full of beings out there who are already a vibrational match to what you want, that when you become a vibrational match to what you want, must come to you. The universe is orchestrating circumstances and events to accommodate you on every subject in the world. And if what you want is not coming to you, it's not because you are being deprived. It's not because you are unworthy. It's not because Source is busy dealing with the problems of other people. It is that you are a vibrational mismatch to what you're asking for. So if you've got negative emotion and you don't know what it means, and you don't do anything deliberately about choosing a better feeling thought so that you move your habit of thought into a better feeling place, don't worry, it will get bigger. And if you still don't worry, it will get bigger. And if you still don't worry. The indication will get bigger. The indication will get bigger. The indication will get bigger until eventually there is a manifestational indicator. But we watch you, our human friends, and you say, oh, now I have this reality of this disease. And we say, so what? It's just a vibrational indicator. You know this life experience that you're living right now? It's a vibrational indicator. What's in your bank account right now is an indicator of your vibration about money. What's happening with your body is an indicator of what you've been thinking, of the vibration you've been offering. That's all. That's why we say, and we really, really mean it, what is doesn't mean diddly squat. It's not important like you think it is. All it is the current indication to the current active vibration. That's all it is. So if you want a different manifestation, what do you need to do? Shift the vibration. How do you shift the vibration? Think different thoughts. How do you think different thoughts? Care about how you feel and tune your thoughts to the way you feel. Reach for the best feeling thought you can find. Now, many of you, even Esther, she said to us yesterday, Abraham, easy for you to say. You have nothing to do. And I have a big list. And we say, if you let what is set the tone of your vibration, then your life cannot improve. If you let your desire to feel good set the tone for your vibration, then you will more consistently allow yourself to go with the flow, and life will just get better and better and better and better and better for you. And as you consistently do that, every manifestation in your life will become the equivalent of your brightest of dreams, of your greatest of hopes, of your purest of desires. You will become a vibrational, manifestational example of the being that you were born to be. So, we are eager to talk with you about anything that is important to you.
I am who I really am, and more joyous each day. And I feel that even the law of attraction is changing by our continuous desiring for more. It's transforming. It's not disappearing. It's not getting false or old, but it no longer remains as it has been through vibrational differences and frequencies. What do you have to say about that?
Well, we think that you're really onto something. At first, it sounds odd. Law of attraction is getting more. What makes you say that is the longer you live, not just you, but all of you, the more time you spend in this leading edge environment, the more contrast you experience and the more asking you offer. And so the more components law of attraction has to respond to. So the more current is flowing in response to that asking. So what you are feeling is that the stream is moving faster and faster, and that your relationship with the stream is becoming more obvious. We say it a little differently. We say it's like a giant magnifying glass is being laid over everything that is. So the rich are richer, the poor are poorer, the well are weller, the sick are sicker. In other words, everything is more exaggerated, because law of attraction is responding to this larger, contrasting environment. It is wonderful. It is as you knew it would be. It is the time of awakening, the time when more people than ever before will come into conscious awareness that they are the creator of their own reality, and that they do not need to thwart or hinder or dictate or guide the behavior of any other, just self.
And what do you have to tell me specifically to be an increasingly better teacher of unconditional love and deliberate creator?
Be easy about it. You're doing just fine. You know what to do. Life will bring you the details. Be playful about it. You can't get it wrong. You're not ever going to get it done. It's supposed to be fun. So be easy about it. Don't worry about what others are doing. Focus upon how life is responding to you. Let your emotions be the most important thing to you. care more about how you feel than everything else put together. Insist on feeling good. Train yourself into the thoughts and words and behavior that do feel good to you. Don't try to guide your behavior by anybody else's standards. It will get you off your track every single time. Listen to what comes forth from within. Understand that the call of Source is always calling, and that it will sound to you differently depending upon where you are in relationship to it. Sometimes the call of Source sounds like exhilaration. Sometimes it sounds like appreciation. Sometimes it sounds like anger, depending upon where you are. Your only question to ask yourself is, does this thought feel better or worse than this thought? And as you are consciously aware of that and reaching for the downstream better feeling thoughts, you'll always be doing the best that you can do on whatever subject is activated from where you are. You are a powerful creator, and you can feel the power. You can feel the momentum of your current, and sometimes it frightens you a little bit because it's moving so fast. And now you feel, and a lot of people do this, and this is what we want to soothe within you. You feel a stronger commitment or obligation to direct your thoughts. And the way we would translate that is that, and we mean this softly, but we mean it, you're trying too hard. You're trying just a little bit too hard. Be easier about it. Trust that you've already done step 1 and the Source is already doing step 2. And your responsibility, what you came forth to do, is to find alignment with what's in your escrow, which means follow your bliss. But sometimes you can't get a whiff of bliss. So follow whatever feels the best that you can find from where you are. And trust that it will turn out good, and it always will. We want to give you this affirmation today. No matter where I'm going, and no matter what I'm doing, and no matter who I'm doing it with, it is my dominant intent to look for good feeling things. And if we were standing in any of your physical shoes, we would put ourselves in bed tonight, and we would lie there in an attitude of appreciation. We would think about this day. We would think about our children. We would think about the earth. We would think about lakes. We would think about flowers and kittens. We would think about whatever it is that makes you feel good when you think about it. And we would let that be the tone in which we would go to sleep. And as we are drifting off to sleep, we would say, if I dream, I want to recall it, if there is anything of value, and when I awaken in the morning, I will be refreshed. Because while I sleep, I will reemerge into pure positive energy, and when I awaken, I will be in that place. And since I'm going to sleep on the vibration of appreciation, it is my full expectation to wake up in that same vibration. And when you awaken, lie in your bed and reach for the dream that you dreamed, but even more important, reach for the feeling of appreciation that you set into motion before you went to sleep. Then lie in your bed and deliberately appreciate a little more. Not too long, a minute or two. Lie there and appreciate. Don't force it. Just lie there and appreciate. Then get up, do whatever you need to do. Go to the bathroom, brush your teeth, comb the hair out of your face, do whatever it is that you want to do briefly, but then go get something, not a lot, to eat. Just don't worry about feeding your entire family. Just give yourself some refreshment and sustenance. And before you jump into the day of dealing with all of them, go to a place and sit deliberately for 15 minutes with the deliberate intention of bringing yourself through meditation, through the quieting of your mind, into alignment with the fullness of who you are. And once you've achieved that feeling of detachment, if only for 2 or 3 minutes, you have set your day into the most supreme unfolding that is possible. And when you come out of meditation, go right into thoughts of appreciation as you are now awakening those in your household, or you're doing whatever you are doing. And if you will follow that process for just a handful of days, 30 really at the outside, you will adjust your set point of vibration. You will change your point of attraction. You will get off on the right foot every day of your life experience, and you will begin to discover that your point of attraction has shifted so dramatically that people who know you will begin asking you, what is your secret? And you will say, I am deliberately setting the tone of every day before I go to bed the night before, and I'm awakening into alignment with who I am. I'm starting my day out every day seeing the world through the eyes of Source. And then say to them, and I gotta tell you, it is a beautiful world.